Hi everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. We're doing some simple stamping today, okay? So we had a bit of fun with colouring on Monday, and today it's all about just getting some ink on your paper and making a really nice background just with some stamps. I did introduce a die to cut out the sentiment, but of course you could actually trim out that from a plain piece of cardstock with your paper trimmer just as easily, okay? But I thought I'd introduce this nice stitched layer. So that's the only thing that's sort of popped up on here. We've just got a little bit of the dimensionals behind that sentiment there, okay? So this is all about having a bit of fun with colour. This combo, I'm not really sure how I kind of selected these. I just had a bit of a look through my my inks that I've got in front of me, my beautiful stamping storage, and I wanted to go for something a little less traditional. So this has ended up being Rich Raspberry, Pacific Point, and Bermuda Bay. Because any excuse to use Bermuda Bay, right? So that's how that turned out. There's no extra bling or anything else on there, but of course you could prissy this up as much as you want. I just wanted to do something really simple, great for you guys who are just beginning with card making and stuff. So this is going to be right up your street. And then this is the stamp set Merry Snowflakes. You could do this a similar thing with all kinds of different things, flowers, whatever, leaves, that kind of thing. Butterflies would be good. So that's what we're doing with Merry Snowflakes. That was the combo I used for that card. Just going to bring in my card base and just stamping onto a card layer. I don't often stamp directly onto a card base. I do prefer to stamp on a layer first, okay? That one was a full layer all the way, so that would be 4 inches across by 5 3/4. This one looks like it's a little smaller. I just pulled it out of my pre-cut cardstock. So you stamp a layer that you want on there, and you'll end up with a white border from your white card base. Of course, you could colour coordinate your card base as well, and that's entirely up to you if you wish to do that. So because we're stamping off the page, I'm going to bring in my my mini grid paper stack thing here. There's a mark on that side, so let's flip that over and just flatten that edge. Sometimes the trimmer just gives a little bit of a raised edge on those, and the combination I've decided to pick, I haven't tried it, I literally just picked them out of my storage there. Pool Party, Highland Heather, and Mint Macaron, so a softer palette. So those were the other colours were Brights and Regals, if you like. These are all subtles, I think. Yes, they are. Okay, so that's what we are doing. So I have done similar cards before. With this set, in fact, I think. If it wasn't this set, it was the other Snowflake set. So there you are. So I'm going to put my ink pads at the top here. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing and where I'm going with my my stamps. Okay, and I've already mounted up all 3 of the Snowflakes onto some blocks, so they're ready to go too. Now, of course, if you don't have lots of blocks, you can just take them off and remount them each time. So we'll start with the biggest image, because then it's easier to fit the smaller ones around it. And basically the method I've used is that I'm going to stamp each of the Snowflakes in turn with all 3 of the inks, okay? So in previous designs, I think I did a heat emboss resist with this set. in previous designs, what I've done is I've done the large snowflake in a single colour, medium in a single colour. So this time round I'm going to use all 3 colours with the same size, and I've just got the stamp chamois just off to the left here, as I'm a lefty, just to wipe away the excess ink as we go. Okay, just good firm pressure all over. It can look like I'm rocking the thing, but all I'm doing is applying pressure, and it just naturally just sort of wobbles there. So try you don't rock your pad, your stamp. Sorry, it's just the pressure making it look like that's what I'm doing. And then we're going to put the mint macaron down here. So again, visual sort of triangle thing. So the pull part in mint macaron kind of looks similar when they're in the packaging, but they stamp quite differently in real life. Okay, so hopefully you can still see all of that. So that's the 3 large ones in place in our sort of visual triangle that we're going to do. So now we're going to begin the process again with the medium snowflake, and we're sort of going to move around. So that was down there, so we'll put a pull party one up here somewhere, maybe here. Okay. And then we'll do Highland Heather. Just wiping these off in between. So the stamp chamois, I'll just lift it up in a second and show you my. It's proper filthy because I use it, you know, day in day out basically. But I'll just show it you in a second. So my stamp chamois sits in an old stamp case, and it's just wet but damp, not like sopping wet at all. It's just been wet through and then mostly wrung out, and I've just put just a hint of a mist of the stamping mist on there, just to put a little bit of extra detergent in there. So so you can see how filthy that is. When you get them, they'll be a lovely bright purple colour. They're almost like look, this is a brand new one. There you go. It's almost like fresh freesia or purple posy even. If you remember purple posy. So like I say, they work splendidly, especially for the water-based ink on both red rubber and photopolymer. Just with some water and a hint of stamping mist. Right, so now we're on to the smaller snowflakes. So again, we're going to continue sort of around, if you like. So you are going to get colours sort of sitting next to each other, but because they're different images, it's not, I don't think it's too terrible. Okay, just overlapping those edges. Excuse me, I do have a tickle of a cough at the moment. Don't worry, it's not the lurgy, but it's just it's like having a hair trapped in the back of my throat at the moment, I tell you. So now it's just a case of maybe just backfilling a little bit where there might be the odd gap or two to your taste, okay, just so that it just doesn't look like there's any obvious spaces anywhere. Okay, and sometimes it only takes just a little hint of something on the edge of the page just to make it look complete. Be surprised how much of a difference that kind of thing makes. Okay, and then of course we will be putting a sentiment over the middle, so if there is a space in the middle, then do not fret. Sentiment should cover that up. I'm leaving the Highland Heather out because I think that's what we're going to end up doing our sentiment with. And I've twizzled that round because I think it might look better with in that orientation, but we'll see. Just got a scrap of white cardstock just there, and I've got the Season Greetings stamp from the same set. Give that a good ink, or tap rather, press firmly all along that stamp. This is the H block. This is one of my favourites, and the other one I was using was the D block, so I would strongly recommend H and D blocks if you are just starting out and you want to start building your collection. Those ones fit a lot of the images, and the H block is good for sentiments, of course. So just taping that into place. You, like I say, you don't have to use a die. You could just trim that out manually as well. So just running that through my Stampin' Cutting Emboss, and we get our beautiful stitched detail on there. And then we'll just put our dimensionals onto the back, remove those backings. What I should have done was had a look to see which orientation I wanted this in, but hey ho, we're going with it now. That's right, that's ready to go. I need to stick this down. Yeah, I think I will keep it that way up. Bit of stamping seal on the back. Quick, easy, mess free. Line up your 3 edges. Drop that down. Reinforce your top score and apply our sentiment, and that is it. Okay, so just popping that down. So you choose your trio of colours. That was my original inspiration, really bright and bold. This one's a little bit more muted in colour, and then I went crazy and I did this one. That is Polish Pink, Fresh Freesia and Pale Papaya, which are all the in colours. Well, 3 of the in colours I should say. They are all in colours. So there you go, 3 very different cards using the same technique, and the Merry Snowflakes stamp set. As always, links are in the description for any all the products I've used today, including all the ink colours. If you wanted to pop along and have a look there, I'd love to have you shop with me, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and goodbye.